Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Ryan Phipps and today we're going to be making vegan gyozas from scratch. So first off, what we have to do, we have to make our skin, so our wrapper for our gyoza. So here, I got high protein wheat flour. It's going to go in and I'm sieving it all. That's going in and that's 50 grams. Next one is going to be low protein wheat flour and that's also 50 grams. Going in, sieving that. And then, to make our wrapper, we got to add water. So we're going to slowly add water into the mix. Alright, slowly. And with your left hand mix that in to make our wrapper. Okay, so now you've got to knead the dough until it's all mixed together and the moisture starts to come out a little bit. So it's a very sort of tedious process, but you gotta knead it together. So push down with that bit of your hand, and then pull back, and then push down again. Okay, so now that my dough's pretty much all together, I'm gonna remove my bowl, put some flour onto my board, and then knead onto the board. It's so much easier. So with the flour, make sure it doesn't stick. Okay, so now that our dough is nice and kneaded together, you can see when it's ready, when it's all smooth and beautiful. So now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna roll it into a little board. A little bit more flour doesn't hurt. And then you wanna roll it into like a line. Right. So you could start like this just to get your initial shape. And then on the board. Alright, so now once you've rolled it into a nice sort of line like this, you have to see, because it has to be evenly rolled. So each side is pretty much even. So now what we're going to do, we're going to wrap it with some Glad wrap. Alright, let's work this out. Alright. And just roll it like that into the Glad wrap. So what this does is it sort of maintains that moisture so it doesn't dry out. Okay, so now that our gyoza wrapper is done and wrapped up, we're gonna let it rest for 20 to 30 minutes. So now, while we have this time, we're gonna cut our filling for the gyoza. So I got spring onion, cabbage, oyster mushrooms, king brown mushrooms, carrot, and a little bit of ginger. Okay, so now we're gonna start cutting our vegetables. Alright, we finished cutting it, now let's put it in the bowl. Too easy. Okay, so our next vegetable we're going to cut is our carrot. So this carrot's a little bit maybe too big, so what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to go about 3/4 or so. So I'm going to use that much. There we go. So how I'm going to do it, I'm going to create little slides first. So I'm going to create a flat surface for me, leave that there, and I'm going to create little slides like that. Alright, and one more. Okay, and then now, this is called julienne cut. We're going to julienne it. There we go, now close. Alright, so the next thing we're going to cut is our king brown mushroom. So it's about the same technique as the carrots. We're going to create these slides, and then we're going to julienne it, and then we're going to dice it. Okay, so next is our oyster mushrooms. We just want to get it nice and fine. Crust and then dice. Alright, so next we're gonna cut our spring onion. So take off this little bit here, you don't want it. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna have little rings. Alright, so really fine, just take your time with this. If you're confident you can go quicker, but you really just wanna get as fine as you can with the rings. Right, the rings are done. They're nice and fine, beautiful, into our mix. Beautiful. Okay, so all of our vegetables are cut up. Now we're ready to add our seasoning. So last of all, I'm just gonna grate in some of this beautiful ginger. So this is fresh ginger, ready to go. Grate that in. This just gives it a little bit more vibrancy to the mix. There you go. Take that stuff out, beautiful. Right, then our seasoning mix is gonna be 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. That. And then 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. And a pinch of salt. Beautiful. I'm gonna mix it through now. Okay, since these are lovely vegan gyozas, what we're gonna do to substitute for the meat is add mashed potatoes. So basically, when cooking mashed potatoes, you need about 3. Cut them into quarters, and then boil them for about 20 minutes. So then you can add a little pinch of salt just to season them slightly, and you need a little pinch of salt in the cooking process as well. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna add it to our beautiful gyoza mix. Right, now that we've added the mashed potato, now we can just mix it through. Okay, so now our dough's rested for about 20 to 25 minutes, and now it's time to make our gyoza wrapper. So take our wrapping off, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut each gyoza wrapper. So about equal sizes all the way along. Beautiful. Okay, so now it's time to get a little bit messy and make our gyoza wrappers. So you want to take it, right? So first off, flour your board, right? Take the little piece and sort of just flatten it down, even in your hand or in the ball, in the chopping board. So then sort of just make a little circle, like so. And then now, this is when our rolling pin comes into play. So this is our ghetto rolling pin, made out of a beer bottle. If you don't have rolling pin, just use one of these, they're awesome. 1 push, around. You want to make it as circular as you can, and as even as you can. A little bit more flour. You want to make sure it doesn't stick. Alright, so now I've rolled it out a bit. With your dough, with your wrapper, you don't want to make it too thick. So about that thinness is really good. If it's too thick, it's going to be too chewy, and it's going to be too much wrapper. So I've got a little special secret. It's this, it's called a cutter. So what I'm going to do, press it down. Alright, this gives me a perfect gyoza wrapper every time. But then, don't throw out the offcuts, put it in a little bowl, you can still use that later. Okay, so now that we've made our beautiful gyoza wrappers, now we're going to wrap it together with our filling. So what we got to do, we're going to hold it in our left hand like that, or whatever, and then get a nice spoonful, place it in. You don't want too much, so really regulate how much you put in, because too much, you're not going to be able to roll it properly. So that's probably about good there, maybe a tad more, or maybe a tad less actually, and then that's good. So what we're going to do, put some water on one side of it. Water on one side of the wrapper. Bring this side to the other side, okay? Connect them, right? Press down and connect both sides. And now this is where we get a little bit artistic. You want to grab that, bring it together, and then press it. So it's creating a nice, beautiful little gyoza. Right, so now we've made our beautiful gyoza. What we're going to do, we're we're gonna fry it and then steam it. So we're gonna fry, steam it. I reckon this is the best way to get some awesome flavor. So medium to high heat. Gonna add some vegetable oil to the pan. Not too much. Give it a little mix around. And then we're gonna slowly put each gyoza in. You wanna hear that sizzle, that's beautiful. Because what we're trying to do, we're trying to get that beautiful brown. So this will cook for a bit. See that the brown is already coming up that quickly. It's beautiful. Right, we got our water, and now we're gonna steam it. So steam it straight away. Straight away. Don't be afraid of the heat. You gotta cover it as soon as possible. All right, so now how you know it's ready is that all the water's gone. So all the water's gone. Still got that beautiful brown on the bottom. They're ready to be taken out. So delicately pick them up. Alright, so these gyozas are 100% vegan. Everything's vegan. It takes time and it takes effort, but honestly this is good fun for your family or whatever. It's really good fun to make it. It's effort, but it's fun. These are absolutely beautiful, man. Like honestly, I can't get enough of them. It's honestly so good. Like the wrapper is perfect consistency. It's not chewy, it's absolutely perfect, I feel. So, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for watching my video. This is vegan gyozas. See you next time.